Hey everybody, welcome back to the kitchen. I know it's been a little while. We had Thanksgiving holiday and it was just a little busy here and there. There was one night only the McCallum. There's a lot of stuff going on Wednesdays these days. So I apologize that we haven't been able to get together because I enjoy it and I always enjoy trying to find fun recipes for all of us. And tonight I've got one that I think you're going to really like. This is great for the holiday season. It's a great appetizer. Coming up for the holidays, we always do a meal that consists of entirely fish on Christmas Eve. Many Italians do, but it's also, hello, Scott Vining, good to see you. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Hey, Bill Senso. So we always have a little bit of a battle in our household. My wife is Lithuanian, I'm Italian, so it's the battle of the potato versus tomato, or the herring versus the anchovy, if you will, or the sardine. But we can all agree on shrimp. And tonight, I'm going to make a Sicilian-style shrimp fritter. So it's going to be a kind of a traditional Southern dish, but also with a nice Italian flair. Hi, Barbara Miller. And so what you're going to need, hello, Gidra. It was great to spend Thanksgiving with you, Gidra, and with Diva and the whole family. And tell Diva thank you again for opening up her cabin. What I've got here is about a cup and a half of all-purpose flour. I've got a couple of beaten eggs. Got a little baking powder that we're going to put in here. Lynn Ferguson's watching. Good to see you. A little water. We are drinking tonight a little prosecco. Hey, Annette. Cheers to you. Hope things are well down in Austin. And so the prosecco, I'm drinking a little rosé prosecco, which is quite nice. But I'm drinking it for a reason. Hey, Philip Large is watching. We're going to put a little splash of this in our fritter batter. Let me grab my shrimp. I left them in the fridge. All right. Now we've got everything ready to go. Hello, Christine. All right, what we're going to do. So I've got, I didn't make a whole lot. So I've got about a half a pound of shrimp. And if you're going to, I'll post a recipe that uses these proportions, half a pound, about a cup of flour, maybe a little more. And you can scale it up any way you like. I got these beautiful shrimp, and then I chopped them up really nicely, diced them up. Hello, Jeffrey Tropple from Nothing Bunt Cakes. I enjoyed one of your bunt cakes today at the Peace Officer Luncheon. We also have some diced red bell pepper. You can add something spicier if you like. Hello, Jan. Jan, I got everything today at the Gelson's. My friend Elizabeth Senso works there, and I always stop by on the days I'm going to cook. And I've chopped up a little onion here. So we've got that. Hello, Frank. Ooh, that is a white onion. It's very powerful. I'm not going to put all of that in there. So what we're going to do is I'm going to bring it down here so you can see what we're working on, okay? Hello, Kristen Outlaw. All right, here we go, guys. Some shrimp fritters. So I've got my flour, all-purpose flour. Hello, Rob Wolf. We're going to add a little water. This is about half a cup, 3/4 of a cup. You could add scallops too. Yes, my wife says we could add scallops. We certainly could do that. I'm not going to add all of this egg because I got 2 full beaten eggs, but I'm going to add most of it. A little bit more. All right. Add that in. I've got some garlic here. We've chopped up about 2 cloves of garlic. So we'll scoop that out. Put that right in there. Very nice. Oh, the garlic is also, it's like the onion. It's particularly strong. All right, so we've got all that in there. I'm going to add in my pepper. Add in some of this onion. I'm not going to add all of it. You could chop up a scallion or a green onion if you wish, if you prefer. I did the white onion. Now, I'm just going to give that all a good turn and get it combined, okay? So we want to get our batter kind of mixed up, scrape off the edges. Oh, this is already looking good, and it smells amazing. You know, come on, when you got garlic, onions, pepper, you got everything you need. And you could add a little more water. Like I said, we're going to add a little of Prosecco in just a moment. I just want to get my batter to kind of the point where it'll hold up. We're going to scoop it out. I've got my 2 tablespoon scoop that we're going to use. So we can always do that. So I want to add in a little bit of my prosecco because that's going to make the batter a little lighter, a little more bubbly, literally, figuratively. Not much, just a little bit. And of course, we're going to add in our shrimp. The most important, and as my wife says, you could do this with some scallops if you wish. So this is always the battle of Christmas Eve. It's going to be the Feast of the Seven Fishes, but is it going to be the Lithuanian Feast of the Seven Fishes, or are some Italian dishes going to sneak in? So I'm already, see, I'm campaigning. Hello, Michelle. Nice to see you. All right, you can see. And if your batter is a little too watery, we just add a little more flour to it. But I'm going to beat this around, get everything incorporated into it. And you can see it's got some color in it. I use that red bell pepper for specifically that reason. I want to add in just a tablespoon of baking powder. Put that in there. All right. Got that in there. That'll give it a little flour. Now, if you wanted to, you could use a little rice flour in here, which would make it a little bit different consistency. You could also, if you really want to go for the Southern style, you could throw in a little corn flour or cornmeal. But I'm trying to make it a little more Italian. Now, that is a nice consistency. It may be just a little too thin. That in there, because you don't want these to break up when we throw them in the hot oil. Hello, Randy. Nice to see you. Yeah, a little fusion. You know, you gotta blend it. You're right, Scott. You gotta blend it all together. There's got to be a little fusion going on. A little assimilation and a little fusion around the holidays. Incorporate everybody's traditions. Can't make everybody happy, but you can at least meet a happy compromise. All right. Now that I want that batter to be just a little stiffer. So what I'm going to do is grab a little extra flour. Hello, Lulu. Nice to see you. And I'm going to scoop in just a little bit more flour just to stiffen that up a little bit. Because once we start frying these, I don't want them coming apart in the oil. I'd rather it be a little firmer than soft. So I know that can be said for a great many things in life, but we're talking about fritters here, folks. We're talking about shrimp fritters. So we're going to just stir this up, and I like this consistency a little bit better. The batter is a little firmer, so you can see it kind of holds its position, right? Hello, George. Nice to see you. All right. Get that mixed in. All right, now I've got a consistency that I really like. And I've got my oil heated up, so I'm going to take you guys over to where the oil is on the stove. You can use your deep fryer. You could also use an air fryer if you wanted to. I don't have one. But, of course, my wife is watching. If she thought an air fryer would be good for the holidays, I wouldn't object. Hint, hint, hint. All right, so we've got our shrimp fritter batter. And, again, onion, garlic, red bell pepper, a little baking powder, not baking soda, egg, flour, about 3/4 of a cup of water, and a little splash of prosecco, just to make it a little bubblier. Hello, Hunter Wiley. All right. Guinness, watch out. Hot stuff coming up. I'm going to need you out of here, pal. Move along. This is one thing about dachshunds. You'll never be alone as long as you have a dachshund. All right. Got my 2 tablespoon scoop. And I'm just going to scoop up a little bit of this and put it right into our oil. Beautiful. And we're going to plop these babies in, let them settle in gently. You don't want to splash the oil. And we'll turn them as they brown up. It's okay to be a little irregular in shape. Oh, that looks good. You don't want to crowd them too much. I'm going to put one more in the middle. I just said don't crowd them too much, but then I just said I'm going to put one more in the middle. All right, there we go. We got those going. They look pretty good already. I like what we've got happening here. So I'm going to let those, they're already crisping up on the outside beautifully. Just let them go for a couple of minutes, and then we'll turn them over. Oh, Jan is asking the sauce, and that's a great question. Now, one could, if one wanted to, and I would recommend serving this with a great marinara sauce, just your traditional marinara. But also, because I'm a seafood and shrimp lover, I whipped up my own homemade cocktail sauce. So we've got 1 part fresh horseradish, 2 parts ketchup, a little splash of Worcestershire, and a little lemon juice. Stir that up, and there we're going. It's ready to go. I've got some lemon slices. So that's what I'm going to serve it with. Let's check and see if these are ready to flip over. They look really good. I want them to cook all the way. Oh, yes, beautiful. Oh, yeah, these are gorgeous. Flip that over. Let me bring you back down. You guys got to see this. Hello, David. Oh, these are nice. Golden brown. They're going to be crispy on the outside, soft and tender on the inside. But you want to make sure they're cooked all the way through, of course, with any seafood. Oh, look at that. And as I said, you can use your deep fryer or you can use an air fryer with these. Any way you want to go with that. I don't have an air fryer, but everybody I know who does have one swears by them. And again, when you do this, do them a few scoops at a time. I've got 6 in the pan. Don't want to crowd them. Kathy Snyder-McCoy is watching. Nice to see you. And I'm just going to make sure that these are getting browned all the way around. Nice and crispy. Not too overly cooked, but I want to make sure they're cooked all the way through, obviously. I've got my handy-dandy splash guard in case I need that. Who did I miss? I just missed somebody. Hi, guys. Yes, Scott Vining says it would be great with a sweet Thai chili sauce. Absolutely. That sounds fantastic. And again, when I post this recipe, I'll also post my recipe for my homemade cocktail sauce. It's something my dad and I used to make all the time. And we always would say, if it doesn't get you right in the nose, you know, if it doesn't really make you kind of wince a little bit, you don't have enough horseradish in it. So we're going to let those. And whenever you put in like a cold batter into the hot oil, you know, you're going to lose temperature. So I'm heating that back up. Kathy's watching from Radford, Virginia, my old stomping grounds. Hello, Sandy Gandolfo. Hope that you're doing well. Sandy and her husband, Joe, bought a Fulvio's Italian dinner at the Coachella Valley Volunteers in Medicine auction. They did one last year, and I think we had a really good time. And I think we'll have another good time because you guys liked it so much you did it again. You're gluttons for punishment, but we'll come over and make another great meal for you. So with the with the sausage company, we do charity dinners, which have been a lot of fun. I've done a couple for the Girlfriend Factor, and for Coachella Valley Volunteers in Medicine, and for Variety, the Children's Charity of the Desert. So we've got more coming up. Hello, Shirley. Nice to see you. All right, let's let those go. I just want to make sure they're nice and brown on the outside. I'm going to let that go a little bit longer. Yeah, they're looking really good. And if you want them a little smaller, like I said, I'm using a 2 tablespoon scoop, but you can obviously scale it back to a little bit different size. I'm making these for an appetizer tonight. But these are great, again, for those dishes over the holidays where everything on Christmas Eve has to be seafood, has to be a fish. This is a perfect choice for one of those fishes. I'm going to add this to the multiple selections of herring and silkia and hope that I can sneak some of these in to our Christmas Eve dinner like I try to do every year. All right, they're just about done. So we're going to scoop those babies out. Where's my slotted scoop? Hold on one second. Aha. Got my slotted scoop. Just let them, if you've got a good metal rack to cool them on, that's perfect. I'm putting them out on a little paper towel. Just suck up some of that additional oil. Oh, these are looking really tasty. All right, we'll let those cool off while I do another batch. So there they are. Those are our shrimp fritters, looking very tasty. We'll set those right over there while we got the oil nice and hot and going. We'll start another batch, just like that. And again, I only used about a half a pound of shrimp today. I'm making a smaller batch. Scale the recipe up to the size of your crowd. Everyone's going to want a couple of these babies. Oh, just like that. And again, the deep fryer, I think this is actually a better plan because when you put them in the basket of the deep fryer, they kind of spread out a little bit. So this is a little bit easier to deal with, and then they form as you put them in the hot oil, and you can flip them over a little easier, and you want to be able to turn them over, which is important to get them done all the way around. So we'll put another one right there. There we go. Not a whole lot left here, kids. Put one in the middle because there's room. Voila. All right. So we're going to let those cook up. Just want to make sure they're separated. I don't want to make one giant shrimp fritter. Let those cook up. I've gotten this oil very hot. You want it around 350, 375. It doesn't need to be much hotter than that. Roland, pardon me, my father-in-law is watching. Roland, hello. That means that my mother-in-law, Dana, is also watching. I am preparing something that might show up at our Cuchos table for Christmas Eve. Cheers, guys. Again, drink a little prosecco. This is just a Rufino. It is a rosé prosecco. I put it into our batter as well. It's nice. It's kind of a medium. It's not really super dry. It's got a little hint of fruit to it, but it's very nice. All right, now it is time to, I'm going to let those continue to cook a little bit. Here we go. All right, Roland and Dana, these are the Sicilian-style shrimp fritters. Hello, Jacob. Jacob Rosenfarb, one of our producers at News Channel 3, is watching. Someone keeps making an angry face. I don't know why somebody's upset about that. All right, don't those look good? Let's break into one and try it. I know these are going to be still super hot. I'll cut into it. Oh, now that, perfect consistency, done all the way through. You see that steam? Hello, Lynn. Look at that. Oh, man. All right. I'm going to dunk that in my cocktail sauce. Mm-hmm. Oh. All right, gang. This is going to be the holiday treat at your table. Hello, Beatrice. No worries. You can always check back, rewind the tape. It's going to be here on Facebook, and it will be on my YouTube channel, which is free to subscribe to if you want to catch this and many other recipes. Look, you got chunks of shrimp and onion and pepper in there. Oh, very hot. Oh. Should have added a little salt and pepper to that batter, but this is excellent. And when you do it, make sure that you put a little salt and pepper. I think I just forgot as we were going along. Really delicious, really good, really hot. Let's flip the other ones over. That red bell pepper really makes it stand out. And like I said, you can use a spicier pepper if you're looking for a little more zing. Okay, there we go. Those are beautiful. All right, guys, that is our Sicilian-style shrimp fritters. Look how beautiful that is. And again, the prosecco in the batter is going to give you a better finished product. You're going to love it. It makes it a little bubblier, a little lighter. They're like little pillows filled with shrimp and goodness. And then you dip it in that homemade cocktail sauce. Lori, my pleasure. Yeah, the sauce has the salt and pepper in it. Oh. All right, gang. Next Wednesday, I'm going to bring you some live video of the Black Hawk Challenge down at La Quinta High School. I'm helping to MC that, and it's their culinary program. So I won't be doing the cooking. The kids at the high school will be doing the cooking, but I want you to see what goes on there and support that culinary program. They do a great job. So thanks for joining me. I'll post the recipe. It'll be here on Facebook. It will also be available on my YouTube channel, Patrick Evans in the Kitchen. Hello, Brenda. Nice to see you. Scott, always a pleasure. Hope things are well on that side of the country. We had a great Thanksgiving, and we're looking forward to a great Christmas. Wishing you all the best on the rest of your Wednesday evening. Have a great rest of the week. And again, join me next week. I'm going to showcase the La Quinta Black Hawk Culinary Program. You want to check it out. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time right here in the kitchen. And enjoy these wonderful shrimp fritters. You're going to love them. They're fantastic. It's going to please the whole family, I promise you. Have a great night. Thanks, everybody, and salute. Chin dan. Good stuff.